we are moving into this new moon energy, I would like to do a general check-in. I will be starting with the Prism Oracle deck, where we will be going into the energy that's on its way out, the energy that is coming in, the lessons that you're learning right now, advice from your higher self, and the outcome of this period in your life. To begin with, I will call on all the spirits of the highest white light of benevolence that are connected to me and assigned to me in this realm, to protect me, to guide me, most importantly, to love me. I am so grateful for all the beings who are a part of the collective that I have been assigned to, everyone that will see this reading, everyone that it is meant for. With gratitude and love, I ask that you bring us messages, none of no ill or no intent, but we'll take any messages of warning to heed. So we'll begin with the energy. We will begin with the energy that is on its way out. And clarify with cartomancy traditionally, as well as with angel messages. What is the energy, spirit, right now during this moon phase that is on its way out? I believe we are in the last quarter. What is the energy that is on its way out? The energy that is coming in. The energy that is coming in. What is the lesson that we are learning right now? The lesson that the collective is learning right now. What is the advice from our higher self? The advice from our higher self. Advice from our higher self. Saw something coming, spirit, be more clear. The advice from our higher self. And then the outcome of this period in life. The outcome. Energy on its way out was anger. Energy coming in is to stop. The lesson that we're learning right now is rejection and death. Advice from higher self is trust and confidence. And the outcome of this period is balance. The outcome is balance. So with anger, spirit is basically saying it is a time for every single type of emotion, even the ones that are low vibrational, the ones that seem to not have any point. They really do. Look at that anger and see what it might be trying to lead you to do, because then stop comes right after for energy that's coming in. It's a big pause that needs to happen, a big time of reflection that basically because we led with the red cards, primal and attention grabbing, and the things that it's associated with. It's a natural part of life, so it's okay. It is okay to feel angry, and it's about really trying to transmute that energy. But then with stop is basically telling you as a time of reflection. It's a time of reflection. I just wanted to double check on that. But as far as the lesson that you're learning and being able to slow down and learn how to use some negative emotion that you may be feeling and to think about what you can do with that emotion, we have rejection coming in first about the lesson that we're learning right now. And it's time to reframe rejection, because a lot of times when we're thinking that we're missing out on something, you heard the term rejection is my protection. Rejection is my protection. That's basically what it's saying. You know, even though it might hurt, know that something better is waiting for you. So you have to basically trust. And that's definitely, rejection and trust came out back to back. Rejection, then you have death here as far as is what you're learning, because there's some things that need to die. There's some letting go that needs to take place. Don't assume that something that you an expected outcome, you have to accept what's going on, because an expected outcome may have been protecting you from something. You definitely have to have more trust in your intuition and self-confidence in order to understand and restore the balance that's going on. So why is anger here? What are some angel messages specifically about this anger that's here? Why are we experiencing this anger? Why is it something that we need to transmute? This anger that's here. Your power is in your innate ability to connect to source. Something new is coming. Overthinking kills happiness. That's definitely where you just need to stop and not think too much. It is a time of reflection, but we have to be all centered, is what Spirit is saying, with the balance of everything that we're facing, because it's going to definitely bring about some stability when we understand what to do with the power that we have. Emotions are very powerful. The energy emotion. We need to learn how to transmute everything that we're feeling, be able to take the time to stop and reflect, which exactly what the new moon is all about, is stopping, taking a moment of pause to go back over the last maybe 30 days of what you have been facing, reshape what it is that you have been protected from, because you're looking at it as rejection, but that's not exactly what it is. There are some things that needed to die. And so you need to definitely trust that it's going to bring about the balance in your life. Something new is coming in. With the Death card on the table, when you have an ending, it makes room for new beginnings. Being able to not look at anything that you feel like you may have lost as a true loss, but reshape your feelings behind the whole situation. Reflection, ending. That's what this Death card here is about. It's time to go into some things that are new. With love, we have Aquarius energy here, crown chakra, doubt and trust. I don't know which way, but we do have balance right here. So eliminating self-doubt and trust, I'm going to take it as an upward, because it's saying that there's some trust that needs to be restored within self, as well as love. And maybe that's what anger needs to be transmuted into, is love. We have the crown chakra and we have Aquarius energy coming in. Air, anything significant with the Saturday or Sunday, maybe something about the winter season. We're coming out of the winter season. That's probably what it's just a reminder with Aquarius energy about what needs to die. Something new coming. Capricorn energy as well. Also, the season that is right before Aquarius Saturday, something very significant on a Saturday. Something very significant about a Saturday. We have earth and air here though. So I feel like that's a good balance as well with having that stability, having your feet firmly planted on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, understanding the air element. Danger with the 8 of Spades has came out. And this is right when I was talking about balance with stability. Because the other reversal card, the only other reversal card came was all centered and self-centered. So again, there's a duality here that's trying to be shown, and duality is 2, and it's 9 of Spades with bad luck. 9 of Spades with bad luck. I 100% think that this is a mental thing. There's some mental blockages when somebody is thinking about bad luck or danger that they may feel like they're experiencing, but it's because they're not looking at stuff right. We have legal trouble as well. We'll pull another one of these and then see what Spirit has to say about this legal trouble, bad luck, and danger. A wish come true, wish fulfillment. So there is something new coming in, most definitely, but Spirit is saying that we may need to be able to watch out for some legal trouble that might be on the horizon. And the only reason why I say that is because we had bad luck and danger come out right before that. We're going to get some cosmic guidance on the last couple cards that came out, because basically we have lessons. We have Aquarius and Capricorn energy that we're actually just coming out of seasonal. The winter season is now over. We are in the beginning of spring solstice. We are experiencing the natural representation of the balance of being on one side and then being on another side. Energetically, now we are moving into a new moon. So we're going into a new moon phase. So that I really believe that some warnings came in at the end that have to do with reshaping your mind to your situation, because some balance will be restored, and some things are going to after an ending, because we had 10 come out as well. And then here's the action card. So there's something definitely that needs to be done. Wisdom through mistakes was the lesson card that came out first. But when it comes to action, there is some action that needs to be taken. Spirit is telling us to slow down, because we definitely need to be aware of some things that are on the horizon. Spades are definitely dealing with some future things, and diamonds is going to be about money, finances. But you have the wish fulfillment here with family, love, and relationships. So there is something about a new relationship that is on its way, that is going to help to restore some balance in your life if you struggle with that. But it first starts with trust and confidence within yourself. There's nothing really to doubt here, because every emotion that you fear, you're supposed to definitely not overthink anything and just be doing everything operating out of the energy of love, because we're all centered. We cannot separate. We have to have the overstanding of not separating our beings from another, or from nature, or from inanimate objects. Everything is made of energy, and energy exists in all, and we are all connected. So the more that we tap into our innate power to be a shapeshifter, to take this, what would be considered a negative, low vibrational energy. Maybe look at anger as being passionate. Maybe take the time to when we're stopping and reflecting and looking at that energy and how we can transmute it to benefit us in the next couple of days even. Sometimes we have to break it down, but it's a time to go within with the lessons that are learned and take some action. The action that may need to be taken, obviously. Let's just read it. Even though you've made some mistakes, you have to learn how to grow from them, and that's where the lesson comes into play. But as far as like taking action, it's almost like learn by doing. Learn by doing. I heard learn by doing before I even get to it. Learn by doing, because you definitely, the stop that's here is just for a pause of time of reflection. There's a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of movement going on. Endings, beginnings, going from one season to another, transmuting energy or emotions from one state to another. So definitely movement has to go. It's just a pause. It's just a pause. And to be able to take action, it says no more dwelling or overthinking. No more dwelling or overthinking. Overthinking kills happiness. What are you afraid of? Out of fear, your mind created a million unlikely scenarios, none of which will actually happen once you take action. So what actions can you take towards your goal? Stop worrying and dwelling and having this doubt. That's the reason why balance was here with trust and confidence about what you need to learn, is because you're not able to move forward if you're overthinking, and if you're operating out of a low vibration, and if you're not embracing your power to be able to connect to source and go into this next phase. We don't want to stay where we were, and we definitely don't want to take things from a previous state of being in mind into what's supposed to be a new season. That's where cycles don't get broken. Spirit, can we speak a little more as well on the bad luck, the danger, the wish, legal trouble, and the wish fulfillment that came out? Growth, expansion, and dreams. There's something, if you want a little more insight about what this can mean specifically for you, pay attention to your dreams. There's something that Spirit is trying to talk about in your dreams. But whatever is coming up and going on with legal trouble, it's saying growth, associations. We have 3 both times here. Expansion. So it may be some type of proceedings in court that may not be they may be long, but at the end of the day, it's going to bring about something that's much needed. Is there anything that you can say more, Spirit? The throat chakra. When you do get into that position, speak clearly. It's the instance that I'm burning right now, throat chakra. Speak your thoughts clearly. It's the ether element. Do not hold back on the expression of what needs to be said, so that because the outcome is not to be controlled, but when you do not speak clearly, there's something that's not being expressed that needs to be expressed about whatever the situation is. Anything specifically about the bad luck and the danger? Anything specifically about bad luck and danger, Spirit? Anything specifically about bad luck and danger here? Taurus energy, which this is the season that we're in right now. What you feel, you attract. Courage, change your diet, and insight. So basically, you need to be careful about what you're intaking. and understand that the outward projection is what your attraction is. The universe is not going by your feelings. The universe is not. That's why it makes more sense to just transmute whatever negative feelings that you're going through, because the universe is not mirroring that. The universe is mirroring what you put out. Courage is here again because we had trust and confidence, and that's basically what you need to be able to move forward and tapping into your intuition and gaining that insight that's needed for whatever it is that you've been fearful to step into. It doesn't even matter about knowing the outcome or not. It doesn't matter. But if you don't pay attention to what you're intaking, if you're not on top of your diet as it pertains to spiritual things, mentally, emotionally, energetically, it all has to do with where you're moving into. You don't want to take old energy. Can you embrace the change that's coming, and are you going to be able to listen to what's being said as a form of guidance? With that being said, Spirit, what's sacred geometry? What is something that we need to help us with this transitioning into the new moon phase, as well as this new phase seasonally, naturally, and spiritually? Whew. First, I had Metatron's cube come out with the all in the Akashic records, the archangel that does help. And then stay clear and focused. Clarity flew out and fell on the floor. But Metatron's cube, that is who you need to assist you. Who you need to assist you to be able to restore some balance. A lot of times coming to the knowledge of self and being able to connect to the Akashic records definitely assist with cutting ties, cleansing, clearing. We're talking about going into a new phase, a new way. Like, you know how I get the illustration of how a gardener has to go into the garden and prune and get the dead things out. That's what we can call on Metatron to do. And it says stay clear and focused. That's where changing your diet, watching your diet, what I was talking about, anything that we internally ingest, as well as to meditate. Take the time sometimes to clear the mind of the clutter. There was something I saw recently that was talking about not meditating to receive spirit messages, and I just highly disagree. That people think it's a long drawn out process, then it just shows that they're not ready and exhibiting the patience to be able to go through it. Everybody can access, you know what I'm saying, their what they feel like they want to get from spirit in whatever way that is comfortable for them. But I find that learning self is most important, and then being able to cancel out some of these noises. It really takes silence to appreciate noise, and sometimes stuff is just too loud for us to hear spirit. So I don't think that you should ever abandon open up to change and speak your world into being. I don't think you should ever abandon meditation. Look at this. Speak your world into being. What is with Gemini? What was I talking about the universe mirroring? We have her sitting in front of her. That's where your manifestation is coming from. Is you sitting in what you speak into your own life. What you're putting out is what you're getting back. And we have some butterflies in the middle for transformation. I was talking a lot about the cocoon and about us not trying to rush and be patient and wait for the beauty that comes out of the cocoon. And we also have open up to change. Open up to change. That's where letting that anger go and stop and taking a moment of pause to reflect and really pay attention to what spirit is leading and guiding into you. Something has to die. It says rest in peace inheritance. You will get everything. This wish fulfillment is being granted unto you, but it's going to be there when you allow something to die. New Moon in Aquarius card came out. We are in Aquarius season and the new moon is right on its way. Anything else, Spirit, that you would have to say? Small wins. Finally have the 3 and the 6 and the 9 on the table. Small wins. Small wins. And this came after having bad luck and danger. So basically reshame the way things trouble. Because there's some things that you need to let die off, and it may have the potential to ruffle some feathers. You continuing to move in the right direction and being open to change because you are supported. 5, there's that change again. You're supported in this change. Take the small wins. Just because the trouble is right there does not mean that the wish fulfillment isn't a couple steps further. No looking back like Lot wife. That is what just came in my mind. Like, she was trying to look back. What that felt like that story was just trying to tell you is that, you know, if you really have made a decision and you're walking forward, looking back basically turns into a distraction. Now you're not opening up to the change. Now just that single gesture has shown that you are doubting, and there's no room for that. You need to have the confidence. You need to be able to trust that every single thing that you're going through, every single thing, you know, that is for you, that you're aligning yourself with. That's if you are a master manifester. If you haven't been tapped into that, it's time to go back to understand what Spirit was saying before about your power being in your innate ability to connect the source. That's why meditation is important, because how can you do that if you don't take the time to quiet your mind? So really want to embrace this change, let go of an immature person, so that a new partnership can come through, but definitely proceed with caution. And what proceed with caution is like those yield signs where you may have to stop and make a pause every once in a while and reevaluate and pay attention to your surroundings. Proceed meaning to keep going. That's why I said before, there was movement on the table. It's not a complete stop, just stop, don't do nothing, but continue to take the steps that you've already been taking, because your wish fulfillment definitely might be a new partnership. We got 333, legal trouble, proceed with caution, in a partnership. If this is imbalance, I don't know what is. You got some trouble on one side, proceed with caution in the middle, and then the partnership that came out. So, as well, either you're a mature person or there's a mature person immature person. Either you're an immature person or there's an immature person that you need to let go of, because you're worried about what this is. You're trying to control the outcome. You sense something because you're intuitive, but you're not trusting yourself. And you're worried about some bad news that's going to be coming in. You have to understand that your supporter in spirit has already tried to show you not to worry about the future. Spirit has already told you to pay attention and be in the present moment. That's where that caution, proceed with caution, is coming from, because the same way I noticed, Spirit is reminding me with spirit communication. dishonest person. Both jacks are now on the table. Show me is that when I use the pendulum, it has to begin moving. There's some movement that has to happen. Can it move from being completely still? Yes. But once it's in movement, just like with the shuffling of the cards, then spirit can talk. Work problems with a dishonest person. If you're that dishonest person, maybe that's the reason why that throat chakra came out, because you're not telling the truth. But if somebody's not speaking up about something and they need to go ahead and clear that. Anything else, spirit? They need to go ahead and clear that. Because you're not speaking up. Or you're dragging your feet and being hesitant about trying to work on a new project with somebody or something, because of you just assuming that it's not going to go right. Somebody's been talking too much. Or you need to pay attention. Some gossip might be going on about you. But these are all in a form, I hear Spirit saying, of distractions. Spirit is really now trying to see if you're going to react the same way that you reacted when you were in these situations previous to. You've done some growing. It's not about proving it to anybody but yourself. Are you going to be able to go past this trouble, these lies, the gossip, some of the challenges? Because at the end of the obstacle course normally is the prize. Anything else you would have to say, Spirit, from this deck? Anything else you would have to say from this deck? So we can close it on out. Betrayal. You feel betrayed. You definitely feel betrayed. But we'll take some angel messages to close it on out, because I see 333. It takes sadness to know happiness. It takes sadness to know happiness. So it's just because you've experienced all these things in the past, you're holding out and waiting for something bad to happen instead of just embracing what's to come. If you are not a master manifester and you have not been in the driver's seat of your life, that is the reason why you're so nervous. Very fearful. There's nothing to be afraid of if you trust that you're being divinely guided. Gemini energy, root chakra, success. Your power is not in your feelings. Like I said, you feel betrayed, but that's not where your power lies. Just because of what the hurt that's been caused does not mean that's where you should settle. We have mutable emphasis again on the spring season. So something is definitely happening and changing that you can embrace with this whole spring season. Success, root chakra, I am. Be careful what you say after I am. There's some disconnection to the root chakra. Listen to some 256 hertz frequency and understand that you are grounded and you are safe. That's what I was saying about balance, about air, which Gemini also is an air sign. And then with earth sign, to have your feet firmly planted on the ground, but to understand the opposite of being on the ground is to take flight. Listen to some 256 hertz frequency. The root chakra is red as well. So meditate on that. Meditate on that for sure. I thank you, Spirit, for the messages that did come out. Thank you for giving us some guidance in what we should do. Tap into, once again, Metatron and meditate on 256 hertz frequency for the next couple days. Get ready to figure out what manifestations that you want to either enhance or that you want to add to your new intentions. So we will be doing an intention setting ritual in just a few days at the beginning of April. We want to be open to this change. We want to clear and continue to cleanse and get rid of any energy that is no longer serving us. And understand that if we do happen to intake any energy, we have the power to transmute it. So that's what I want us to focus on. I hope that something made sense. My readings are slightly different. They're not traditional tarot. They are more so about energy, cleansing, healing, herbal, and different type of spiritual therapy, as well as what specifically spirit may be telling you to look out for, more so within yourself, because that's where it starts. Thank you so much.